Hey guys, my name is Chris Carmel and this is my 1991 Volkswagen Golf. During the coronavirus, I had a lot of time to work on it, so I wound up removing the Plasti Dip, and I made a video about the process that I went through to remove it. I wound up using a product from dipyourcar.com, which I'm not affiliated with. I originally got this car for $600. I wound up equipping it with the ABA Turbo. It's a OBD1 block with OBD2 software from United Motorsports, and so the car gets down. It didn't even have front seats because the owner liked them so much that he decided he was going to keep them. So went ahead and got some seats for $100, stripped off the old Plasti Dip and got it all one color. These wheels, they're not even mine. That dog's mine, that's Sam. And so I got some wheels that I'm going to see if I can get some Porsche 7 spokes on here, or even just some BBS RMs that I have. They're a little too wide for the Mk2 platform without the fender flares, but here's a video of how I removed the Plasti Dip and the first paint job that I did on the vehicle. And by paint job, I just mean paint correction. I just did a few fenders. The rest of the paint job was done previously, and it was easy to match because the paint job wasn't that great. So my paint job didn't have to be that great, but enjoy the video.
So the instructions say to leave it on for about 2 to 3 minutes and let it saturate, and then hopefully it will become kind of a, it says just re-liquefies. You can test it by dragging your finger on it, and then it says use a power washer, about 1800 PSI, and we'll see how it works. It does say that it could ruin the plastic, so I do like these taillights, so I went ahead and got a drill, and we'll go ahead and get these removed real quick. Let's just try the front real quick. So I just finished almost a whole bottle, and just kind of coming back and checking things, you can kind of see it is starting to kind of liquefy. Unfortunately, in the front, I think the sun's hitting it a little bit, and it might be taking a little longer. And you can almost feel like it was, and then it kind of got tacky again. So I might be fighting the sun. So needless to say, the stuff works pretty well. I do need to apply a second coat. I do feel like there are some spots that maybe just got hit harder with others, because some seem to just blast right off, and then other sections of the car seem to just take a little bit to actually get to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the car dry, and then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with the second bottle. Car wash token, no cash value, no refunds. Come on. Actually, I don't know if that's going to even work very well. I've never done it with Sam before, but I have heard that dogs find it fucking, like, amazing. Let you drive. So now that it's the next day, we're out here just checking it out and seeing if it all worked out, and the direct sunlight is really the best way to view everything, and you can kind of see that there is that drip, and so it definitely looked like somebody tried to repair some paint right here, but otherwise you can kind of just notice that it did get the plastic a little bit, so I'm gonna have to get that plastic redone, but you can also, I don't know if you can see it on film, but you can kind of see a little bit of it left, and if you kind of rub it, it kind of smears and smudges. So I went to the store and I got some Goo Gone. So we're gonna see if maybe just a little extra and maybe like a coat of wax will take care of that. So let's see what we got going on.
One eternity later.
So today is the day that I decided that I'm going to paint the Golf. And when I say paint, I mean just fix the Lego color hood and fender and front bumper, because the front bumper is black, which I actually didn't notice until I really started looking at it. So I'm going to just, instead of painting the whole car, I'm just going to go ahead and take off the front fender and hood and try and get it all sanded, hopefully outside, so that my entire garage does not look like a body shop, and make it one color. So here we go. Alright, so I got the car disassembled, I got the hood off, I went ahead and got the grill off, as well as that fender. The fender was literally held on by like a couple bolts, and it's usually kind of like glued onto the body, and it obviously had been replaced, so it came off super easy, as well as the bumper is literally held on by one bolt and then a nice support guides on the side. So everything came apart really easy. And I went and got a paint match done on the car, and I can show you that right now.
Yeah, you probably put that on the white. So that's basically just a camera.
Yeah, so it's reading basically all the metallics and all that stuff that's in the paint, and will help get a finer reading, because most colors will have about 10 variances to it.
Oh yeah.
So after the paint match, went ahead and got the paint for the vehicle. So got a reducer as well as a clear coat. So I had to get I think he called it a dual stage paint job, because you couldn't get this particular mix in a single stage. So I'm gonna have to shoot some color and then try and shoot some clear. So went ahead and picked up a simple $50, $60 gun here. So hopefully that'll take care of the job. And then I picked up a DA sander, and I got some discs as well to try and get this thing sanded down. Now the problem is there's some pretty good paint scuffs here, or rock dents on the front. And so what I'm going to need to do is, and unfortunately I think I'm going to need to take it down all the way to either the metal or the primer, instead of like a scuff and shoot, as well as the front fender is also chipped up pretty good. So that will clearly show. So I think I am going to have to take it down completely to the metal. So I'm going to have to pick up probably some primer to make sure that everything is good there, because I was just going to kind of scuff it and then shoot it, because the rest of the paint job isn't fantastic. But obviously if I'm going to try it, and this is going to be the first car or first couple of items that I've ever even tried to paint, so I'm going to go ahead and get those sanded up and hopefully get some color on this car. I mean, the same color on this car.
So I'm going to start with like a 180 and really get this down, and there's a lot of flat surfaces on this hood, so it shouldn't be that big a deal to kind of run through this. So we'll start off low and go from there. So I've been sanding for a couple hours now and I'm only like halfway done. So the GA sander pretty much took off like a really good amount of surface area, but if you get closer to the body lines, it really you can't get that close or else it'll just start shaving down that body line. So I'm hand blocking all of the creases here, but it's definitely putting in some time. So this is pretty much like a few hours worth of work, and I only have almost half the hood done. These look like they're going to be a little bit of a nightmare, but we'll see. We'll get to it. I'll go 3 to 3. Here we go. There's 3. Alright, so there's our 1-to-1. Ooh, that's super exciting. Just load up the gun. All right. We're gonna go. Go to about 3. All right. Oh, a fly got in it. Ah. Aha. Stupid fly. So I went ahead and hung it on the car. I would say that the color is pretty dang good. I'm really happy about it. Obviously this is, well, a little dusty and a little bit polished, so that's going to be the next step for the fender there, but pretty happy with it. And you can see the small ding right here. Didn't do any body work to the car. There's dings in the rest of the vehicle, so that was something that if I really wanted to go after it, I would fix every little detail, but for right now, I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that hood hung and the bumper and see what it looks like. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, I still need to cut and buff it. I've been saying that a lot because it doesn't look that great. You can probably see a lot of orange peel from there, so I just figured I would just hang the parts on the car and just let them cure on the car for about, I think 48 hours before I can really get after it. So just wanted to see if that color looked good as far as a paint match, and it looks like it's spot on. I'd be really excited to see how it all looks as a final product, but
So far, very happy with it.
Is it totally?
Nah, just a little body damage.
Well, you tell them I'll give them a real good price on a complete body job.